All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning. I felt compelled to come and talk about negative spirits and how it doesn't matter if you practice witchcraft, they'll still be there. You know, negative spirits are a reality. People can conjure them, people can create them, people can do all kinds of stuff. And since I've had Jezebel spirit riding my ass, you know, it's been a trip. So I have had a negative spirit that has been on me since last night. I don't know who deployed it. I don't know who conjured it, but whoever did it, I'm sending it right on back over there to you. Yeah, it's just the reality of it. Um, this is the reason why I am keeping my personal life from here on out off of YouTube because you just never know who's watching YouTube and you never know what's on here. Because I think yesterday I was totally living in somebody else's reality. You know what I'm saying? Had nothing really to do with my reality. It was just a negative spirit, really, really bad, bad negative spirit. I just sent it back to Libera just to let you guys know. But sometimes when you're a medium, because let me tell y'all what had happened. I had laid down and went to sleep and took a nap, and that is when it was able to take over because I am a medium. Okay, and if it's one spiritual gift that I would love to do without, would be being a medium. Because when you're a medium, you can be possessed by certain spirits. It can possess others. And I know all of the reasons why. I know why it did it because it was actually not even about my relationship with somebody. It was about something totally different, which is very unrelated but closely tied. And people can be evil, when they're practicing their witchcraft and stuff. People can be very, very evil and sadistic. So it was kind of like distract the situation. What they'll do is they'll distract you with another situation so that they can do something else, which, in my opinion, I have a lot of trust and a lot of faith in my spirits and in God and the goddess. I have a lot of faith. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell you that there was an extremely negative spirit that came over. I don't know why spirits decided to do it. There's more players in this than people think. People praying to their gods, their deities for certain other stuff. Unfortunately, when you pray for something that is going to be something that you want, it can affect others negatively and it can affect a lot of different areas of their life. So I had other folks praying that had nothing to do with what's going on here or even what went on last night. But it still affected my situation. So I got reversals to do because people need to be careful when they're doing certain things. That spirit was on me. It's kind of still there. It's going away. The effects are dissipating. Whatever that spirit was, it actually caused me to not be able to breathe. So I was having breathing difficulties starting last night. It may have had something to do with all the gunpowder and the sulfur in the air because I was right out in it. And it was very, very smoky outside last night. It was very, very smoky. And I have my share of allergies. But when I got up this morning, I was feeling like when I breathed in, there was pain. And usually that's gas. If you breathe in and it's pain, that's gas. That's not a heart attack. That's not a stroke. That's gas. So, but it was still a spirit, and it was very, very oppressive. It was very, very evil. Very, very evil. So evil that it don't make no sense. A negative spirit is a negative spirit. It don't stop my show. It don't stop my flow. Okay? It doesn't. That's the one thing you got to remember, especially when you're dealing with witches and when you're dealing with spirits and entities and demons and stuff like that. It was a lot of demons roaming yesterday, probably because it was the 4th of July. I don't know why that demon wanted to mess with me so bad, but I keep telling y'all that when a demon wants to mess with you, that means that you must be of some sort of value. And it is what it is. And demons don't give a damn about your life. They don't care about the things that you want, the things that you need. It will just take and take and take. It'll just take and take and take. Maybe it was because it was something else that I should have had in my intuition. But see, the one thing that I've got to remember, and the one thing that a lot of people have to remember, is that you can't control people. Not really. You can't control people. Entities and demons can't control people either. They wish. That's the one thing that I do agree with the Bible, is that God gave us all free will. It was an extremely malevolent spirit over me that just basically was ready to just rip a hole into everything. It wanted everything. Had nothing to do with the 4th of July. Had nothing to do with the holiday. Had nothing to do with slavery. Had nothing to do. Oh, and then that happens. Had nothing to do with any of that. It had nothing to do with none of that. You know what I'm saying? It just had to do with a negative, controlling fucking spirit. That's evil. So, and the one thing that you got to remember is that even when you're going through your darkest hour, Evil cannot control your outcome. Evil can't control your happiness. If evil could control happiness, it would. It can't. It's just the way that it is. It's never going to change. And everything's going to be all right. That's the one thing I can tell you is that it's all going to be okay. Where did my freaking room go? Oh, well. I'll go find it in a minute. I just broke a glass. So something just broke. A hex just broke, I think. Whenever a glass breaks, not a mirror. Mirrors are different. If you break a mirror, that could be bad luck. But who taught us that? Who taught us that breaking a mirror could be bad luck? You know what I'm saying? Because mirrors is how they get in. So breaking a mirror might be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So during the holiday, basically what it did was it used the holiday to distract so that it could take advantage. Because evil don't take no holiday. It just doesn't care. You know, and that's pretty much what it did. It used the 4th of July to distract. It's always, you know, like the Bible says, roaring like a lion. Evil is always doing that. And, you know, of course, I had up my protection. Some things happen for a reason. I feel that when evil does stuff like that, it lets you know just how much you love your loved ones. That's the one thing that evil has taught me is that you're going to make me love my loved ones even more. Because what you do is you cause the fear of losing that loved one. And that is a reminder that you love them. At the end of the day, hold on a minute. Okay. At the end of the day, guys, that's just what it is. There's always healing in that. And my whole thing about it is that you can be as evil as you want, but you will never be able to take love out of my life, ever. You'll never be able to do it. Just the reality of it. You'll never be able to take the people out of my life that love me. You'll never be able to make me hate somebody that I love. Because at the end of the day, it's still love. Then, you know, I'm telling y'all, even if you argue with your family or your lovers or your friends or whoever or your children, okay, evil can never stop you from loving each other. It can make you fight. It can make you argue. It can make you have chaos. But it can't never stop you from loving somebody. And don't you let it stop you from loving somebody. Don't you let it stop you from loving your family. Because as long as evil is there, you have to be able to forgive. Because we're up against some really, really dark, powerful forces right now. And that's all they do 24/7 is try to create evil and pain and heartache in people's lives. So the fuck what? At the same time, they're doing that, they're in pain. At the end of the day, I still love my man. I still love my kids. I still love everybody in my life. And that's something that you can never take away from me is my love. You can't never take that away. You can't take it away from other people either. You know why evil wants to do that and why evil people want to do that and why evil dark entities want to do that? Because that's something that it just can't afford. Evil can't afford love, even though it will try to pay for it. You can't never afford love. It's called reality. As long as people love each other, as long as the next day or either that day you say, you know what, I love you unconditionally, then evil dies. There is nothing more sacred than the heart and the heart chakra and what it does for people and what it has done. Love will conquer all, and that's just the reality of it. You can't kill love. That's what evil was trying to do last night was kill love with a bunch of fucking fireworks and distraction. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can't do it. You ain't gonna never be able to ruin love or take love from people or make people not love each other. So, especially if you arguing with your man or you arguing with your loved ones, whoever it is that you have a disagreement with, you have to remember that that person is not evil, but that they are affected by evil spirits. And it don't matter if you practice witchcraft. It doesn't. A lot of people think, oh, well, if it wasn't for that, the witchcraft, and no. Witchcraft don't have nothing to do with this. This is like not even about witchcraft. In fact, there's no real witches that are doing anything like that. If you do have a witch that is doing evil like that, then she's simply not a witch. She's just an empty seeder for evil. You know, love is precious. All aspects of it is precious. All aspects. And it really don't matter what the circumstance is. Where there's love, there is blessings and there is happiness. Even in your darkest hour, a person can still love you and still value you and still cherish you. But I know for a fact that love conquers all and it can move mountains and change your whole perspective on life. You know what I mean? And, you know, these dark, sinister witches, this funny the way they waste all of their energy. You know, let me tell you something, witch. You can make people argue. Well, you can't even make people argue. That's not you that's doing that. That's a negative entity. Witchcraft makes things grow. Witchcraft creates miracles. You know what I'm saying? It can be dark, it can be evil, but that's an evil spirit that's doing that. Bottom line. And if you are affected by evil spirits, Because they got mad at me last night in the chat, y'all. That's why I didn't put that video on private on this channel. They got mad because I said what I felt and I was not apologetic for it. And they got mad. They came in the chat and started talking crazy to me because they knew they lost. And you know what? God's love for you is the same exact way. It's unconditional. The goddess's love for you is unconditional as well. They don't like unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? Mhm. So evil appears to be happy at your darkest hour, but evil and evil people, they just not happy. They not. And they probably never will be happy. So I gotta go. I'm gonna give me a little bit more rest. Because I had a really, really hard time battling with evil. And I think evil won for exactly 2 hours. That's how much that's your winning. 2 hours. And then 2 hours later, we was all back to loving each other again, wasn't we? 2 hours later. So you got 2 hours of fun yesterday. That was all you got. And boy, you sure did suck it up, didn't you? You sucked it up and got all that you could, which was nothing because all of it was for nothing. It was a total waste of evil's time. It was a waste of time. And, you know, the next day, this is when they have to deal with those realities that when you do evil to people, you'll never prosper, ever, not in any shape, way, or form. It's called reality. Okay? Where's my dropper at? Where are you, dropper? Okay, so we gotta do some reversals, y'all. We're gonna do it right now while I'm live. We're gonna reverse everything that evil did yesterday. You know what? And you know what? I think that God let us go through that. Though God will send you through it just to remind you of the people that you love. God will do that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I could have reversed it, prevented it, stopped it last night, but that's not what was meant to be. What was meant to be was for the evil to go down so that we could all be reminded the next day of how much we love each other. I'd be jealous of somebody that actually had the capability to love and to be happy. All right, there we go. We just reversed all of it. So now you can go back to being your old miserable evil self. We reversed all your crap and now what are you gonna do? You gonna think of something evil, something else evil to do? Yeah, I think that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna think of more evil that you can do. You know what? I actually like evil because evil reminds me of the good in this world. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, goddess. Hold on a minute. The heck is this? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, y'all have a happy Friday. I wish y'all blessings of love. I got my roses going on over here. About to chill and relax and enjoy my family that I love very much. So, anyway, I hope everybody had a happy 4th. I know I had a happy 4th, regardless to evil. You know what? I think I was actually born on the 4th of July. I ain't even gonna lie. I think they lied on my birth certificate, man. I think that yesterday was my birthday. That was my actual birthday. That might have been my mama's original due date or something. I don't know. Or maybe I was actually born on the 4th of July. I believe that I was born on the 4th of July. That the 23rd of June is not my actual real birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all later. Blessings to you guys. Okay. Love and light.